Welcome to Your Thoughts, Your Reality with Michael Cole, the podcast that shines a compassionate light on the journey of veterans battling through life's challenges. Michael is a dual elite certified neuroencoding specialist in coaching and keynote training presentations, dedicated to guiding military veterans as they navigate the intricate pathways of post-deployment life. Join him as we delve into the profound realm of neuroencoding science, empowering these brave individuals to conquer universal battles, procrastination, self-doubt, fear, and more. Together, let's uncover the strength within you to re-engage with families and society, forging a new path forward.
Hello, everybody. So today, hi, Gina. We have Gina Iovino back again because we love her so much, bringing us so much value on this show. So Gina is a dual elite neuroencoding specialist. She's a neuro wellness coach. She's very dedicated to helping clients achieve healthier lifestyles through holistic approaching. She has two brothers, correct? Yeah, three. I'm sorry, I knew that wasn't right. 3 brothers in the Marines, and Gina does all kinds of stuff with Project Refit and so on. So today we're going to be talking about technology using Reverie, Think Dirty, and Water Llama apps. So we're going to dive into that. That's going to be fun. So if you haven't downloaded them, download them now so that you can play along with us at the same time. I think that's enough to get us started. Real quick, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself for people that aren't familiar with you yet.
Yeah, well, thank you for the introduction. You always do such a great job. Thank you so much, Michael. But yeah, a functional nutritionist. And what makes me a little bit different than just somebody who coaches is everybody's, lifestyle, everybody's health is a little bit different. So when you come see someone like me, we're going to get in deep. We're going to be kind of like a detective, and we're going to figure it out exactly what's going on with you. So that way we can have a clearer path to get you towards your goals of either weight loss or just feeling more energy, getting rid of that brain fog, women with hormones right now. So that's what I specifically do.
Awesome. So if you want, we can just go ahead and dive in. I'm really just the tech guy for Gina today.
Yeah, I'm real excited about this. And we live in a technical society. We're always have technology around us. We're always using technology. We love technology. So the first one I want to jump into, and I have, let's say, a handful of these apps that I love to use with my clients. That either keeps them, one, I wanted to make sure that they kind of meet the qualifications for my clients, which is one, it's got to keep them in that path of what we have set forth for them for their journey. Second of all, it has to be something that they like to do. It's got to be kind of fun, right? Because otherwise they're not going to jump on an app. Third, for me, I'm science-based, right? I just don't want to hear foo-foo philosophy. Like, I want to know specifically, does it work, how it's working, and how is this helping people? So that has to hit a criteria for me too. And all of these 3 that we are going to be going into today, they hit all those buckets. And so I'm really excited to jump into them. So that first one, and if you want me to, I will share my screen because I know a lot of people are watching live. And for those that are not in the podcast, I'll try to articulate as much as I can to kind of get you through and what we're doing. So I know down here I have to share. So just give me a quick second to do so.
Absolutely. And Gina, while you're pulling that up, again, I'm just tech guy today. So on the top right-hand corner of your screen, there's a blue QR code. So please scan that. If you're listening to the podcast on podcast forums later on, it's empowerperformancestrategies.com. Again, empowerperformancestrategies.com. There you can find other podcasts that we've done. You have resources of books I've written. We have Facebook groups for both veterans and veterans families. Reach out, be connected in this community. Really trying to get this out there. So please join us. And I see Gina has her stuff up, so I am all done. I'm gonna play again, tech guy. We'll bounce in and have some questions and talk about stuff. But I'm super excited, and we're trying to keep as much time as possible rolling for the apps themselves. So Gina, I'm gonna pull this up, and you do your thing.
Yeah. So first of all, I am not anywhere. I don't have the credentials to know a whole lot about self-hypnosis. But what I do love about this app, this Reverie app, especially for clients that have a lot of them that come to me with a lot of things I'll actually read them off to you because on this app, it has all of these different categories that when you get on here, if you want to work towards being a little bit better in one of these categories, you can pick one. I'm also going to kind of show you too how you can find where you should start, which is great. So it's either like, okay, there's sleep better, relieve stress and anxiety, improve focus. You can tackle a habit that you have, eat intuitively. That's a great one. I love my clients. And this is a new one I just actually saw. Boost your golf performance. So there you go. Manage pain, deal with a loss, because that could be very detrimental, as we know, to our health. If you want to start exercising stronger and you want to overcome that fear of flying. So those are the choices that you have in this app. There is a free version if you just want to try it, but I definitely recommend that you go ahead and do the paid version. It's for the full year, and you get to experience all of those benefits when you go onto the app.
Fantastic.
And so as you can see here too, this was co-founded by the psychiatrist David Spiegel, and he has over 40 years of clinical experience himself and all this research. And I would also suggest too, before you download it on your phone, that you could go to this website, which is reverie.com. It's a great way that you can go in here and you can kind of explore yourself and see what's going on. And I just wanted to highlight on some of these really great topics that they have for you here. But as you can scroll, as I just went through, they have all of these categories that you can go through. It also talks about things that they've noticed. Andrew Huberman is another big, huge fan of mine too as well.
He's fantastic.
Love him. Yeah. And what I also like, when we go back to talking about the science, if you click up here, it says scientific research. Now, this is what I want to know. Okay. I want to know specifically, how is hypnosis helping? Where is it going to help, and how is it going to benefit me? So as you can go down here too, they have all of this clinical research that you can click on, and you can go through all of these papers yourself, dive into it, and get that scientific knowledge on all about the hypnosis and about the app and why it was created to help.
Wow. This is a great app, Gina. I love this.
Yeah,
and I looked at it a little bit already because I was all excited. Yeah. But it really is a great app that you're bringing to us. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's great too, because when we talk about too, and I'll exit out really quick for a second. When we talk about too, we're transitioning right out from the military into civilian life, right? We're going to be experiencing, maybe our sleep isn't going to be great. Maybe we are going to be feeling a little bit of anxiety. An app is a great way, because maybe you're not sure yet if you do want to get help. Right. But this is a good first start to see that if it's something very small that you can control on your own to get you through. And I've actually, and I always use everything too before I give it to my clients. For myself, I use it for sleep, and I continue to use it for sleep. I am a year purchaser, because what happens is, as I go through different seasons, right, we have our professional brain, and then I call what we have as I'm a mom, so I have a mom brain. And so sometimes at the very end of the night, it's like my mom brain is just not shutting off, and I've got my checklist, and it's hard for me sometimes to shut that down. So instead of taking, pills or medications, I love to do the hypnosis, because it does put me in that state of relaxation. It helps me push everything out of the way, and it allows me to get into that deep sleep and that restorative sleep that I want going to bed. So that way I feel more refreshed, and I don't have some of that brain fog that usually comes with when you don't have good quality sleep.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for veterans. Well, it's for everybody nowadays, but especially veterans and their families. That's key, because if you're not getting that fantastic sleep and enough of it, it's going to impact you in so many different ways. So fantastic. And just so you know, and everybody watching, I'm taking notes. So it's not that I'm trying to be rude. I'm literally taking notes as we go through this. So please, Gina, continue.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to add with that app, which is really nice that I like that they added, was you can go in and you can take a test. And it's going to ask you a certain amount of questions, scientific questions, right? To really get behind the root of what's going on. And then it's going to suggest for you a path that you should take, which I really love.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. Mm-hmm.
And the thing, Gina, and again, I'm going to keep this short because I know we got a lot to talk about, but there's so much information out there from so many people, and you don't know what to really listen to. And when you're talking about the scientific facts, it changes everything, right? It does for me, and obviously for you as well. You're very similar. find the real information, So I love the science. Awesome.
Yeah, me too. And so the second one, right, is going to be think dirty. All right, not that kind
Hey,
of dirty.
listen,
All right, get
don't,
clean here. This is the family show.
don't
Um,
make me change my settings on my podcast.
Okay, so we're going to get into this one. This is my second favorite that I use with all my clients, and I really urge them to use it. You can download this through any, whatever app store that you have on your phone. And when we live in a world now where we're getting bombarded by chemicals and toxins, it's hard to sometimes understand what is good for us to not only eat, but put on our skin. And this is a great app that kind of eliminates that confusion for you and puts it all in a nice, readable, digestible, understandable space to where you can get that information. So I say it's like my biggest friend at the store, because when I go in, especially when there's new products that are coming out, because I'll even tell you too, as a nutritionist and knowing what some of these keywords of like good ingredients and bad ingredients are, they're getting really clever and they're always constantly coming out with new names, and it's hard to keep up. When there's like over 70,000 different types of ingredients, that's a hard list to remember. So this app's going to make it super easy for you when you download it. There is a free version, but I would also say if you're somebody that really wants to get into understanding the components of what's in the ingredients of all the products that you're using, it is well worth it to just spend that little small amount to have it for the full year. When you also spend to have for the full year, you can also, if you did scan something, because up here there's a scanner, you would click scan, it comes with a barcode, you can scan a product, and then after you scan the product, what it's going to do is, as you can see over here on the left side, you see different here. Red is dangerous. Yellow is it's in between where it's clean and kind of dirty. There's not full amount of science on it yet. And then green means it's good to go. It is safe for you to put on your skin or to ingest. So that's what's really nice. Over here, you'll see this number down there, 8, where it tells you. Now, the higher up the number, the more toxic it is. Okay, and as you can see, red here, that is showing that this ingredient has a lot of toxic ingredients in it. So you might want to choose and go with something else that doesn't have as many.
I love how they assassinate complexity on this.
That makes it so easy. They also, what they do is here too, if you're shopping and you're like, okay, I just want some clean products. I don't want to be going through, going to, Target, CVS, and scanning a bunch of products. Like, I just want something now I can start using. It will suggest for you up here at the very top, you can click on products that they have already scanned, went through, and are safe to use, that you can browse and then purchase.
Wow.
So nice and convenient. What is something else that I love that is on here? So again, too, like things that like I viewed before, it has a list for you before. As you can see, I have scrolled and clicked on many things.
Hey, Gina, hang on there 1 second real quick. Can you put that back up, please?
Yeah. Can you see it here, or is it in there? Did I lose you? I'm not hearing you, but I think I'll keep going.
I'm sorry, I took myself off the screen. You're good. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. So like this one too, I'll give you an example, because like for my son, I wanted to give him a deodorant, but I didn't want to fill him with something that has a ton of aluminum in it. So I was scanning a few of these. One was Tom's, which is a brand for men. And as you can see here in the corner, it has a 3, which means it has 3 ingredients. Or actually, it has 9 ingredients in it, which I'll show you. And the whole thing, if you can see it, is all green, which means all of those ingredients in there are considered okay. So it's nice that you can see that in there. It also will show you with the paid version, if you want to click on the ingredients list to exactly know what those ingredients are, they lay it out here for you. And then here's another great thing. If you want to go even deeper, you can click on the ingredient and it'll give you the name, the usage, the explanation, everything that you need to know in there about that ingredient.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic. It really is. So like, let me try to go back to something actually that we should watch out for. Okay, I was scanning all the Mr. Teal stuff just to kind of see, because I always have to watch my skin. I used to have eczema before this journey of functional nutrition. I don't anymore, but just like a light switch, right? I've turned eczema off, but that doesn't mean that if I go back to regular ways of using certain things, it doesn't mean that I can't turn it back on. So I always have to be very cautious of what I'm doing. And that's why I love this app and to be able to scan products. So if I go here with this with Mr. Teal's, it's showing out of the 20 ingredients in there, there's 13 that are clean. 2 of them are half and half. 1 is dirty. So then if I want to see, well, what's the dirty one in there? I can click on that ingredients list and it'll pop up and it's showing that it's the fragrance that they use that was making it dirty. And then you can click on it again just to see a little bit more. Why is that? And it goes into the explanation of why it's dirty and considered high on the list.
I love that, Gina, as well, because, just like the show, I mean, I always tell everybody, do your own research. Don't just take someone's opinion as it's, fact. Figure out what's good for you, right?
Yeah.
So I love that they give you all that extra information. It's fantastic.
It is. And I feel more empowered having something like this, because again, it's telling me why.
Yeah.
And then I can read it for myself, and then I can go, oh wow, or I didn't know that they were putting those 2 chemicals together. Like, what? That's formaldehyde? What? Yeah, or that's glue. You know what I mean? So you'll start to read these, and it starts to make you go, what? Huh? No, I don't want to put glue on my skin.
Yeah. And Gina, this also is for food. So when you're looking at foods, half the time you don't know what it is, right? You're reading that ingredients list, and I always say if you can't read the ingredients list, shouldn't be eating it, right?
Yes.
So but now you will know what it is, and that's
Mm-hmm.
the amazing thing. And the food companies are always changing the names of things to try to sneak it through the FDA, etc. So
Yes.
it's a great app. I'm really glad you brought this to us. Thank you.
Yes. And with your purchase, you have to know that with your purchase, you're not only supporting the app, but what you're also doing is you are paying for that support. So as new products come in and people are scanning them and they're not showing up, because you have the ability when you scan these to upload a product that might not already be in the system.
Mm.
So with your purchase, you're supporting those type of products. So you can see the ones that you're using and would like to know more information on of having it put on the app.
So when you do it, they literally say, okay, people want to know about this, and so they care, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then they actually do the research and they look it up. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And I constantly do that. If I scan something that's not on there, it takes a quick second. You take a picture of it, you send it in, and then they get that information. And then, you just wait and you can check back later and see if that's one of the ones that they picked to work on next, to adding.
Awesome.
But there's so many in there. It's super, super helpful.
Excellent.
Especially like I said, if you're really looking to protect yourself against all of these biotoxins, this is the perfect way to start. Is right here with this app. Love it.
And don't get Gina talking about that. She just got a new certification. She's awesome.
Yes.
I'm excited about what's coming with that new certification.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too. And so then the last one, so we can get in there. And this is I've saved the fun one for last, because we got to have some fun, right, in life. So I'm going to share my screen again with you guys. And this one is Water Llama. There it is. This is so cute, and it's really perfect for this time of summer, because we forget sometimes in the summer, just even going out and coming in, depending on where you live in the United States, it could be hotter in some areas. And so we have to make sure we are being extra hydrated during this time when it's in summer. And as you can see, it's really cute. It's really fun. Another thing that I love, and that we do love as neuro encoders, is celebration, right? Because through celebration, that brings positive reinforcement, and with positive reinforcement, it will help you continue to take that action, right? So this is it. It's really cute. A couple of things that I like here, and you can get the whole family involved. So this is why it's fun. I can show you on my phone in a second, because I do have water. I've been drinking my water, making sure that I do. You can turn on notifications, so it will remind you. It has cute little reminders telling you that it's time to drink something. And as you go throughout the day, this, and all the pictures are different. So every day it's something different. But as you're choosing between water, if you even have juice that's considered a liquid, your coffee, your green tea, even if you have pop, it'll help you track. And as you can see, the color starts to fill. And then you can see by the colors listed down at the very bottom how much of each you've been drinking all day too as well, which is kind of nice. Maybe you can look and go, oh my God, I've been having a little too much coffee today. I better up on the water instead next time. And it'll give you that nice reading, which is really fun.
Very cool. Gina, so I've not gotten into this one yet. I will, but I have not yet. So I'm honest. Does it go by like the weight of the person? Do they give you what you should be drinking, etc. based on?
Yes, you can. You can add it in there, and you can add what your goal is.
Awesome.
Yep. And what's really fun too, I've done this with clients before as well, is they have these fun little challenges. They're 10 days just to get you drinking more. Because I think like there's a difference in people when it comes to drinking your water. You've got your people that have their Stanleys, right? They bring them everywhere. They're so good about drinking. Then you have some people are like, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. They really think about it. I'm conscious of it, but I'm not the kind of person where I have to have extra stuff to carry. So I kind of really like this app because it gives me a little bit of reminders of when it's time to drink. Because I'm just not the kind of person that carries around my water bottle all day long. That's just not me. So this is a great fun way. But there's more to read here. And then I'll stop sharing because I did want to show you on my phone kind of what it looks like. It's really cute.
Gina, before you do, question for you. So, I mean, kids can get on this app. It's totally great for kids as well. Obviously, it looks like they've made it fun just for that reason.
It is. It's very fun and colorful.
Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest, kids are tough to get to drink water, right? But if you can make it fun and celebrate, and again, using those neurocoding skills, it changes it for them. It's amazing how when you make it fun and you celebrate and dance and do those kinds of things, how much it will help to have your children and yourself, of course, want to drink more water, right? They're going to be going, it's not time yet. Can I drink water? Kind of thing. So try that.
Yeah, it's fun to have to get on and, subconsciously too, bright colors, things that give us enjoyment, right, are going to be triggers for us to keep going. So like as you can see for me today, I'm going to get in there a little bit more. You can see I had some coffee, right? Because that's the color of coffee. I had my coffee today and I've also had some water. So you can see I'm live and I'm active and it'll keep filling up as I go. It is really cute too. Let's see if I can, again, there's all the different challenges that you can do if you want to do that for 10 days.
All right, Gina, what challenges are you doing?
You know what? I did a challenge a while ago. I haven't done one since, but now that we're talking about it, this might be a fun one to do like with the kids, especially now with it, again, like I said, being summer, we're all outside and so it might be a fun one. And what they do, I can't show it on here, but as you progress and you get to certain, what do you want to call it, ounces throughout your day, they celebrate with you. They send you little celebrations that encourage you. They tell you to keep going. After I added my water, I got a cute little, it like bursted into a heart and it had flowers and it was like, keep going, you're almost there. And so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And it's nice to get that little pat on the back from an app. And I love it.
That's fantastic. I really am glad you brought this, up to want to play with this. These apps, they're fantastic. Thank you. So question for you, is there anything else you want to go through about the apps before I ask you some other questions?
Yeah, I did. I just want to say all three of these two, we want to make things convenient. And I really think that that's what these apps will do for you. They'll bring some convenience into your life.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so how can, and I'm just questions that I have, how we roll here. It's just organic. So what are some of the main benefits that you see by using these applications, besides assassinating complexity and so on? What do you see with your clients and again, for pets and families?
Yeah. Well, you know what, like I would say with Reverie for myself, like when I was using it and going through sleep, this can let you know if you really have a deeper problem, So like if you're going through and it's not working, you're not really sleeping, then maybe you're like, now I need to seek help somewhere else. So
Mm,
that can be a great tool to
yeah.
see if you need to go any further or go in deeper with some of these things that you're experiencing. The second thing is it empowers you. I love, love, love Think Dirty. I love using it when I go in the store because I want to be here a very long time, and I want my kids to be here a very long time, and I want everyone to be healthy. So it's just a great way. And you know what too? When you have kids that might be fighting you over something or they want to use something, it's a great way to scan it and show them and say, hey, listen, let's compare. You want to get both of those? Let's take a look at it. Let's scan both and let's go over it and let's compare.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And water llama, you want to, I mean, obviously water is one of the most
Yeah.
important things we do for ourselves.
Yeah. And I want to say on there too, if you do want to do it with your kids, this be a great way. Like maybe you have kids or teenagers that don't want to drink water, or they're going too much to the Starbucks with their friends and those kind of things. And you might want them to start drinking a little bit more water. You can have them do this app and they can take a look for themselves to see exactly what they're drinking. Am I drinking too much? Because it shows you down here, at the very bottom, those different types of liquids. And so then they can see for themselves like where they're falling short.
Right.
And
I
really
just thought of it. It might maybe also create a challenge with, hey, if you do it this long or whatever the case may be, sorry, it's the coach in me. You
Yeah.
do it this long, we go to the movies or something as a
Yeah.
family or, something
Yeah.
might be really cool as well. Awesome. So anything else on that you want to share?
No, I think it's good. Really, I just wanted to bring convenience for everybody. We all use technology. We all have our phones with us, and these are just 3 great apps that are part of my group of favorites that I have.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And again, thank you for sharing those. So, as far as nutrition, water, eating the right things, obviously exercise. Let's talk just briefly because, of course, we're almost out of time.
No.
Thank goodness you're on so much. Uh, so, what are the key things for mental mindset and so on that these really tie together and really help our veterans and, of course, their families?
Yeah, and I know when you're transitioning, you're already going through a lot. There's a lot of extra stress and pressure. And so using an app like this could not only give you that convenience of taking some of that load off, but it'll also help you with, we want mental performance to be at its best and its peak. And again, that's why I Think Dirty is just such a great app, because we don't realize that our skin is an organ and it communicates to the rest of our body. And if we're putting in these biotoxins, we are going to have, we're going to have mood swings.
Mhm.
Our hormones might be thrown off. And there's a whole other host of things like inflammation. Like me, it was eczema. So I really think that being able to use something like this is a great way to just put you on a better path in that transition. So that way, we can live healthier and better
Amen. And make it easy.
and make it easy. Yeah.
So I know we talked, talking a lot about the skin. So what are some of the things that, and a lot of people aren't aware of this. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not making a blanket statement by any means, but I know I've done some research, and obviously you know this. So what are some of the things that happen when you're putting the wrong stuff on your skin? Obviously, you can have irritants and eczema and those kinds of things, but there's some deeper things that can happen as well.
Mhm. Yeah, I like to kind of think of it as is our body is like a spider web.
Mm,
Okay. There's so many different lines right in the spider web, but at the core, they're all connected. The same thing like the skin. When it comes in, it might affect a certain area, but really it's going to affect the whole body because everything
mhm,
is connected. Um, so when it comes in, like let's just use like an example. Okay, let's talk about eczema. If you're the kind of person that puts some kind of a chemical on your skin, mine, for one thing, I always have to watch fragrances. That's a high marker for me. I could put a fragrance on. First of all, it starts to itch. That's a sign. After itching, sometimes I could break out in bumps. Recently, which happened to me, oh my God, it was miserable. I changed laundry detergent,
oh yeah.
and I thought because it was from the same company that I was using, I'm like, you know what? Let me just switch. It's on sale right now. Nope, didn't work for me because it had that one chemical, the higher amount of formaldehyde in it, and it just ripped through my whole system from my chin all the way down. I broke out because what happened was my body went into, it's like when you get stung by a bee. And right. And then your body, wants to go in anaphylactic kind of mode to fight off that sting. That's the same thing
Right.
that happened with me when I had that laundry detergent all over my body.
Yeah.
My immune system went hyperactive and it caused me to break out everywhere. And so then I actually had to go in to see a doctor because to calm that down, I did need a steroid to calm that part of my immune system down. So that way I could go back to a baseline of self-regulation. So
yeah, absolutely. And it's funny that people don't really realize, and they start itching and they just think it's almost having allergies that day. But then if you do and look back, oh, I changed laundry soap, I changed my soap, I changed a lotion I'm putting on my skin, those kinds of things. And they're some of the number ones that cause issues for people. So fantastic information, my friend. Thank you so much. So Gina, how do people reach you?
Yeah, the two easiest ways is on Instagram at Gina Will Show You, and then also on Facebook as well. You can look for me under either Gina Iovino or my business, which is Health and Mindset Revolution.
Fantastic. So if you can, you know the drill. You've been on here enough. 3 tips to get our veterans further, faster, and of course their families.
Yeah. So the first tip, number 1, is I want you to go and I want you to download. If you're going to download any of them, I want you to do the Think Dirty. That is going to really help you. So that's going to be my number 1 is and just to get you to, I think that helps you just get in the mindset and that mind frame of I'm going to live a better lifestyle. So why not download the app and get started and just work slow. I know we can't throw all of the things out that we love, but we can get started and maybe scan our products at home and go, oh my God, this one is like at the highest level. I'm going to start here first. I think that's a great way to go. And you just never know. You might take these out and then go, I'm starting to feel better too. So Think Dirty. I'm definitely going to say that. The second thing, let me do something, I guess, a little bit different than the usual. The second one is, I would say, I know we talk about community a lot, but you know what? Share this stuff too with your friends and family. Get them involved because, when we bring people along with us and we make it, a family thing, everybody gets involved. It'll help keep you going too as well. If you want to succeed and do great things, you put yourself in the vicinity of those people that are achieving those same things. So get everyone involved, start talking about Think Dirty, spread the word, and start sharing this information. And the last one is, I will say, you know what? Take it one day at a time. One day at a time. And we don't have to throw it all in the cart at once. So just focus on one thing, because that's when stress and overwhelm, on top of life itself, will just make it more overwhelming.
Great tips. Absolutely fantastic as always, my friend. So I just want to thank you again. Time, the most precious resource we have as human beings. We do not get it back. Thank you for spending this 34 plus minutes with us. I hope everybody's got amazing value from this lady. She's fantastic. And on that, we're out of here.
Thank you for joining us on another insightful journey of Your Thoughts, Your Reality podcast with your host, Michael Cole. We hope the conversation sparked some thoughts that resonate with you. To dive deeper into empowering your thoughts and enhancing your reality, visit empowerperformancestrategies.com. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality, so make them count. Until next time, stay inspired and keep creating the reality you desire. Catch you on the next episode.